I am trying. Okay, hello guys, welcome to our channel, Miya and I. Miya and Riss. No, actually on the channel it's Riss and Miya. Hello loves, welcome to our channel. This is Miya and I am Riss. It all started when my lease ended on the 30th of November 2017. I had been living in my apartment for like 2 years. I had renewed my lease twice. So the second time, lease was supposed to end on the 30th of November. So when it ended, for me to be like, hey, I am having a child now, because at that time I think Miya was like 4 months old when my second lease ended. She was like 4 months old. For me to look for a more affordable place to move into, I was like, you know what, I am more used to this apartment. I've been in this apartment since I moved to the United States, so it's kind of like home to me. I should probably stay here, even though the rent had skyrocketed. It increased by $200, and mind you, I had a kid. I was no longer alone, and I had quit my job in October, but yet I decided to stay in my apartment. When I got pregnant, I used to be working with Amazon, and I had such a terrible pregnancy that they had to put me on a disability leave while I was still like 1.5 months pregnant. I was just always so sick at work that I asked for accommodations because there was nothing else I could do. I was like, is there like a job I could do where I'll be sitting down and doing it? Because I was working at in a warehouse, and it was a fast-paced warehouse, and I was 1.5 months pregnant. I was always sick. I was always throwing up. I was so weak. I could not even stand up for long. So I went to HR and I asked them if it was possible for me to get a job where I'll be sitting down most of the time, because whenever I'm standing up, I get really sick. So HR was like, I don't know if we have anything like that, but they told me to like stay home for 1 week since I was sick. So they reviewed my case, and because I was so sick, they told me that okay, they're going to put me on disability leave where they're going to pay me like 60% of my pay. So I was on disability leave, and so I was not working. Amazon was paying me while I stayed at home and I took care of my baby. And let me tell you, the pregnancy was a very hard one, which I'm going to tell you in another video if you guys are interested. If you want to know about how my pregnancy was, I'll make another video and I'll let you guys know. But make sure you comment down below and tell me if you want to know about it. I had been paying my rent with the money I was receiving from Amazon. When Miya was 4 months old, I think it was in November, which is when I renewed my lease, we were not receiving any income from anywhere. We're not having any money. Amazon had already stopped paying me for maternity leave. On December 1st, that was when I was supposed to pay my rent for December, I had no money. I did not know what to do. I did not know a job I could do because I was taking care of Miya. And again, I did not want to leave her with anyone because I was so scared that something bad was going to happen to her, because I did not trust anybody. So I did not want to leave her with anyone. But then how was I going to pay our rent? So on the 1st of January, because I couldn't pay our rent, I was just crying my eyes out. I was crying continuously. My eyes were so swollen and red because I was just crying all the time. So a friend of mine, we are in the same Facebook group together. It's like a group for empowering women, where women empower each other. It's a women's group. Women empower each other, and we are found all over the world. The people in the group are located all over the world. So we are just simply telling each other how to be more successful and more productive in society. So that's what the group was all about, and I was kind of new in it. And when I got into it, the owner of the group, she was supposed to talk to each and every member of that group to know what their struggles are and how she can help us to overcome our struggles. So when she talked to me, she asked me what I loved doing so passionately. To be honest, I did not know. She was like, so you don't have a hobby? I'm like, no, not really. I don't know what I really love doing. So she said, okay, so do you know of anything you can actually do that you know you will love doing so much that it wouldn't seem like it's a job to you, and that you can do it and make money out of it? I was like, no, I don't think someone can actually do something they love and make money out of it. I didn't even know that was even possible. So she said, okay, you know what, I am going to put you with another lady who is more versed with what I'm talking about, and she's going to help you. So I was like, okay, well, what? As long as it's free, because dude, I was broke. So if it was free, I was game. So she paired me with this lady, which I don't know if I'm supposed to say her name. I'll just say it. Her name is Liz, and she's awesome. I'm sure she's okay with me telling you her name. Her name is Liz. So I had been talking with Liz every week. We'll talk once every week for like 30 minutes. So she was just always talking to me and trying to make me feel positive, because I was so depressed, you know, with a kid and not having a job and having a ton of bills to pay, being a single mother. So she was always talking to me, and I enjoyed it. Like whenever I was supposed to have a session with her, I'll be like, oh yes, I'm about to talk to Liz. I was always so excited because she was kind of like the only real friend I had at the time, and we talked like once a week. That's how sad and pathetic my life was. Not really because people did not want to be friends. It's just that I had this fear of bringing in friends because I felt like they were going to disappoint me. I don't know, I just have this thing. I don't want anyone to ever disappoint me, and because I have that fear, I feel like because I have that fear, people always disappoint me. So I don't have that fear anymore. I'm not scared of anyone ever disappointing me, so no one will ever disappoint me again. Okay, because we manifest what we think of. So I want to keep thinking positive, so I'll always manifest positivity. Yeah, that's how it works. I'll stop. Okay, so when I was crying so much and my eyes all over the place, Liz called me and she saw how sad I looked, and she was like, wait, what is wrong with you, Larissa? And I was always telling her everything about myself. I was not hiding anything. I told her everything. I never felt ashamed or anything. She's from Norway, by the way, and she still lives in Norway. So I told her everything about myself. I explained to her what was happening to me, and I was just crying. I couldn't even stop talking because I needed someone to talk to, and I could not talk to my mom, who is in Cameroon, who was in Cameroon, by the way. No, she was in Nigeria. So I could not talk to her because she would be even way sadder than I am, because she would be like, how am I going to help my daughter over there in America? I have a house here and blah blah blah. You know how mothers are. So I could not even tell her what was happening to me. So I explained everything to Liz because she was like the only one who could listen to me at the time. When I explained it to her, she was like, how much is your rent? I told her that it was like 700 and something with my bill, so it's going to go to like $800. And Liz was like, okay, I'm going to send you the money. I was like, wait, what? And Liz was like, okay, I'm going to send you the money. What? What? Literally, this is exactly how I was when she said that. Like, I mean, I did not really know what to say. I was just crying and $800. Liz was about to give me $800. This girl has never ever met me before. We've only talked through video calls where she's seeing me and we are talking. And then she decided that she was going to help me. She was going to help me, and she knew nothing about me. So I was like, no, I don't think so. Liz, really? Really? So she did send me the money. She asked for my PayPal. I gave it to her and she sent me the $800. That's how I paid my rent for that month. For me to be like, okay, no, maybe I should not pay the rent. Maybe I should go look for a more affordable place. Even if I'm going to break my lease, who cares? Go get an affordable place. No. Larissa decided to take all the $800 and pay her rent with it. So I paid my rent for that month, and then she was like, Larissa, I cannot keep helping you to pay your rent. You have to look for something you can be doing, and then so that you'll be able to take care of your bills and your rent, and you will not always feel sad, because I don't like to see you sad. So I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, I should think of something. So when I was pregnant, what I was doing to supplement my income with what Amazon was giving to me, because I think Amazon was giving me like $800 a month, which was not really enough because I was pregnant, I was preparing to have a baby, and I was paying my rent and stuff. So what I did was I got a car and I was doing Lyft. So when I gave birth to my baby, I was like, I don't know, I don't think I can do Lyft anymore, because if I am doing Lyft with my daughter, and what am I going to do with my daughter? So what I did was I got a nanny for a while. Well, I did not get her to come live in my house. I was just always taking Miya to her, and then I'll drive for a couple of hours, and then I'll pay her like $80 a month. I mean, $80 a week. I'll pay her like $80 a week, but that was just too much. $80 a week was just way too much. No, was it 60? No, yes, it was $80. I was paying her $80 a week. $80 a week was just way too much for me, because those hours I was working were not really good hours, because I was not making a lot of money. The little money I made, I'll give it to her, but then what about my car expenses, right? So I decided I stopped using her. And then when Lisa and I talked, I was like, okay, you know what? I'll probably start driving with Miya in the car. She was like, yeah, I mean, you should try that. If it works out, then that's good, as long as it works out. So I would put Miya in the car with me, and then we would go and drive. The first day I did it, I was really scared. I was like, oh my God, please help me, that the people I pick up, they're not mad at me for coming with Miya in the car. So the first passengers, they were so kind and nice, and they'll give me tips, and they'll be like, oh my God, she's so cute, you came to pick me up with her. I feel so special, you know. They were actually happy with it. I was like, wait, why didn't I think about this since she was born? So that's how I was driving, and I was able to pay some of my bills. And then on January, I had already prepared enough money to pay for my rent, all of my bills. I knew I was fine. And then guess what happened? Because we had ice on the road, and I had to go to Walmart to go get some stuff, because hey, I'm alone and I have to do my grocery shopping all by myself. Miya needed some stuff, I needed to get them from Walmart, but then it had iced the night before, so the entire roads were having ice all over. I don't know why I forced it and decided to go to Walmart. I should have stayed at home and been like, okay, I'll go tomorrow when there is no ice on the road. But no, Larissa is stubborn, and I decided to drive on the ice. I drove on the ice, and when I was coming back, I went to Walmart perfectly well, and then I came back. While I was coming back, that's when I had an accident and I hit the gate of my apartment. So because I had an accident, I had a deductible of $500. I had to fix my car by all means. So the only money I had was the money I had to pay my bills with. So yeah, it was really hard. It was very hard. So then I decided, I was like, okay, I have to fix my car. What am I going to do? I decided to fix my car, and then I could not pay my rent for January. So Liz again, I was talking to Liz, and Liz was like, oh my God, Larissa, I'm so sorry that these things are happening. Have you ever thought that maybe it's just like the universe trying to tell you that, hey, it's time for you to move out of this apartment? I mean think about what happened last month, and then this month the same thing is happening again. So I was like, okay, you're right, maybe I should move out of the apartment. So I decided to move out. But if I'm moving out, that means I'm going to be breaking my lease, which is going to go to my records, and it'll be very difficult for me to get an apartment again. But I wasn't thinking about that. I mean, I did not have any money to pay. It would be better for me to break my lease and leave than for them to kick me out. That would be even way worse. So I just packed all of my stuff. I did not know where I was going to. And then Liz was like, you know what? Let me give you some money. Since you're moving out and you do not have any money, I'll give you another $800, okay? And so I was like, wait, really, Liz? You know, all the reactions I got from the first time she gave me the money, I went through all of those reactions again, because this girl is like a godsend. This Norwegian girl, that's how they call people from Norway, right? Norwegian. If it's not Norwegian, I'm going to correct it somewhere, okay? So she's like a godsend. She's awesome, and she helped me again with my rent. Well, she helped me again with $800, and I took the money and I rented a moving truck, and I put all of my stuff into the truck, and I put Miya somewhere inside that truck. Okay, I did not put her at the back of the truck. I put her at the front with me. And I before then, like 2 days before then, while I was still packing my stuff, I called my aunt and I was like, hey auntie, do you think there is an extra room for me? Can I come live with you for like a couple of months? I told her 3 months. Now, can I come live with you for like 3 months until I can get a roommate and move in with her and be paying my rent? And she was like, okay. I do not really have many more rooms because there's so many people living at home. She's such an awesome person, by the way. She's helping a lot of us. Like my other aunties who are still trying to get a place, so she's helping them. And so there wasn't really any space in her house, so she decided to put me in her son's office, which he uses to play his games and do his stuff. So I was kind of like invading my cousin's privacy. So she was like, okay, you can come put like a mattress in his office and put the stuff you need, and you can live there until you can get a place. I was like, thank you, auntie, you're such an MVP. You are the, I was like, thank you, auntie, you're the real MVP, thank you. So I moved in with my aunt. I drove the truck from Fort Worth, which is where I used to live, all the way to Frisco, which is where I live now with my aunt. And yeah, so I got a little office room and I'm living in there right now, which I am really happy, by the way, because I should have been homeless. I should have probably been living under the bridge, because I was actually thinking of it. I was like, hey Mia, I think we're probably going to be living under the bridge now. Are you going to enjoy living under the bridge with mommy? And yeah, so my aunt helped me, Liz helped me, a lot of people helped me, and now I'm living with my aunt. Oh, and by the way, it's been more than 3 months. I'm supposed to be out by now, but I cannot move out because that's going to be a story for another day. Hope you subscribe to my channel, well, to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel so you can get to know more about us. I have so many other stories, funny, interesting, sad, happy, all kinds of stories. Whichever one you're interested in, just comment down below what you want to know about us, and I'm definitely going to tell you about it. So yeah, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share the video so we can so we can get more views and probably get paid. Who knows, maybe we can get paid, and then we'll have to move out and get our own place. But if not, if you do not like it, it's totally fine. I'm not going to force you to like it, but yeah, we love you. Bye. Thank you for watching. You are awesome, and tell us what you think about the video, please. I love you. I love you so much. Say bye, Mia. Say bye. Oh, come on. Say bye bye. Bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye.